welcome to day 5 of the Astral Travel Challenge. Hope you've been enjoying the exercises we've been doing. I often call these meditations exercises because they are active and dynamic, really. And once again, there's this whole notion of gaining traction between the body and mind and losing this or gaining a distinction between the two, and how the body does, of course, retain mind to stay conscious when we leave, but our greater mind is able to soar and experience these higher realms. It also dissipates the fear of the experience. Remembering, for me, the experience happened. I was always into meditation, but not for any spiritual end. For me, I never had any fear of this experience. I never wanted. I would have never wanted to have done this consciously, anyway. I never heard of astral travel, so many of you wish to experience this but have remnants of fear. So I think one of the things to focus on is kind of losing that fear and being very, very relaxed. So to entertain notions of leaving the body and what you want to experience is done particularly effectively when your body and mind are very relaxed. That's why I'm constantly introducing each of these things we do in a very relaxed state. So that's important to work on. So just meditation itself, whatever meditation you do, whether it's breathing, any kind of meditation is good, and working at gaining that mental traction to stay above the body is what it's all about. So this one we're doing is focusing on experiencing certain intentions in the astral. So really, this notion of focus is important, and focus is a nice word. When I say the word focus, I feel my body smile. A lot of you may be thinking of like situations at school or something where the teacher would be saying focus, or focus on this, focus on that. And the funny thing was, when I was at school, if a teacher told me, I wasn't, not very good at concentrating, because I loved when the teacher was talking about something, but as soon as they'd say, remember this, focus on this, I was lost. So I do say that focus word a bit tongue-in-cheek with you, because for me it did gain a bit of reaction. What I've learned now is, or charge, there's a bit of a negative charge to it. Now I focus on all words that have negative charge, getting rid of that charge. And one of the exercises we'll be doing soon is this, what I call I am God meditation. And the word God was very fraught for me as a young Catholic. So I've kind of had to expunge any negative connotations of that word. So I urge you, when there are certain words that have been presented to you, changing that programming, changing the charge and making it a positive experience. So now the word focus for me is a beautiful thing. It just means something to tune my awareness into. And I don't see that as negative. So once again, closing your eyes, we can go in any way you want. Let's try, what is quite good is try a count back mechanism. Let's say we're going to count back from 20, and I'll just relax you. So, and each number we get more and more relaxed in the body and mind. You can do this once again, lying or sitting. They're quite pacey and active because I'm talking to you, so it doesn't really matter how you do it. I do both. If you can meditate while you're lying down, that's really good, and stay awake. That's wonderful. And even if you do fall asleep at home, that's okay. You're falling into a very relaxed state. But to remember what I'm saying, I'm keeping it quite pacey. If you sit there now, perhaps, or lie, starting at 20, and we're counting backwards, and with each number as we go down, you're just going to relax more and more. 19. I can't help my breath, but releasing superficial tension, which is a good thing. 18, just feeling heavier and heavier wherever you are. 17, dropping out of the normal state of things. 16, losing the need to label sounds around you so much. 15, letting go of the past. 14, letting go of the future from this point. 12, letting go of any limitations that you lug around with you. 11, just feeling good and heavy. 10, Feeling really nice and relaxed, the mind very present, and the body starting to drop out. 9, feeling perhaps a bit of tingling in the body as you drop out. 8, feeling a smile within you just taking over. 7, nice deep breath, going deeper. 6, losing the need to construct thoughts. 5, losing the body. 4, feeling nice and heavy, very heavy. 3, feeling totally heavy in a very calm, smiling mind. 1, utterly relaxed, just like that. And 0, letting it all go and thinking about what it would be like to leave the body. Thinking of an experience I would most like to have, a heart-centered experience that I would most like to have. Something heart-centered. The heart is actually the principal driver of the astral experience. The heart chakras and the third eye are very active. So here we're involving both. We're thinking into a heart-centered experience. We're visualizing, once again, doesn't matter if you can't visualize really well, but it is a good skill to work on. Imagine putting a screen up in front of you, visualizing what experience. If you have an issue with visualizing, just bring it into your heart, the feeling of the experience. It can be kinesthetic, it doesn't matter, we all have feelings. It can be the smell, it can be the touch of the experience. It does not matter. Use any sense you want. It can be the sound of the experience. I remember years ago living overseas away from my beloved cat, who has since died since coming back to Australia. And I'd often think of his purr. I still really miss his purr. He used to just take me into the moment, into that present moment. And when I was living overseas at night, my cat was still here for 2.5 years. I was over there. I would just think of his purr. And I'd do this at night and feel this connection, and then I'd often fall asleep, and we'd often travel and meet in the void. And I could feel him, and I could hear his purr, and that was kind of the force that brought us together, that memory, that feeling, that sound of his purr. It can be anything. You can be wanting to meet somebody who's passed, meet somebody who is here now on the planet, meet a guide, a being in another dimension. You may wish to go to a beautiful place, a mountaintop. You may wish to look at pictures of that place if you've never been there before you do this exercise, so you get that visual imprint within you. Feeling into what it is you'd like to experience. Something really, as I said, something really heart-based. If it's a person, just sensing that smile, that radiance, that aura, that feeling around them. Sense their face right next to yours. You know, when you hug someone, there's a certain energy you feel when you hug them. Sensing that. Feeling this heart connection with them, this pulling toward them. And this gentle sense of expectation that you can actually visit them in the astral. You can visit them when your body drops out, perhaps before dawn. Could be tomorrow morning. It could be during a meditation now. It could be any time. It could be next week. Often good to lead up to this, to do these meditations for say a week or 10 days and aim at a certain day, particularly a morning when you can sleep in, because often it does happen before dawn, and when you can focus on that vibration, that frequency, that intention. A heartfelt frequency is generally a higher frequency. I found the astral is better held with higher experiences. So feeling into that experience of having that connection, moving into that state with that person or that place or that experience or that being. And I'll let you stay with this one for a while. Just relax and enjoy and stay in this space for a while. I'll see you in the next challenge day.